27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice.
Luckiest one, I guess. Hit that corner, gave a little chase, boom, boom, boom.
Mr. Davis, you have the right to have the jury sentence you if they come back on a first-degree murder verdict, and you have decided to waive that right. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
After all this time, will someone finally face justice for the killing of music icon Tupac Shakur? Right now, attorneys are gearing up to go head-to-head in a Las Vegas courtroom where a former alleged gang member soon heads to trial for allegedly orchestrating this infamous crime. We are looking at everything you need to know about Tupac, his shocking death, and the man possibly at the center of it all, Duane Keffe D. Davis. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. We have been following this case for a while now. Duane Keffe D. Davis, the former alleged gang leader charged with orchestrating the murder of Tupac Shakur, nearly 30 years after the hip-hop legend was gunned down out in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip. Jury selection is wrapping up. It is a remarkable thing to be saying. And just when you thought that this case couldn't get any stranger, it has. The trial is finally here. But before we even get into the court, we got to understand who Keffe D is, how his own words may end up sealing his fate. So I want to rewind to 2023, when the biggest break in this case ever was announced.
Good afternoon. My name is Kevin McMahill. I'm the sheriff of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. 27 years. 27 years. For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Duane Keith Davis, a.k.a. Keffe D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Davis was arrested this morning by my LVMPD criminal apprehension team, and this investigation started on the night of September 7th, 1996. It is far from over. It has taken countless hours, really decades, of work by the men and women of our homicide section to get to where we are today.
This was shocking. As somebody who remembers when Tupac was gunned down, yeah, I was little, but I remember it. It was a big event. All these years later, an announcement the world had been waiting for. 3 decades in the making, a shakeup that hit the hip-hop world on September 7th, 1996, and the man allegedly behind the murder of Tupac Shakur, well, I'll tell you what, you're about to meet him.
They got a medical there?
They do. Yeah, they got, so what they got you for, man?
Oh, man. Biggest case in Las Vegas history.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like recent?
September the 7th, 1996.
Oh, no. Wow. That's a long time away.
You know what I'm talking about,
Hmm?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Not a detective quite yet, but yeah. Shit, that's a long time away, man. What was that? 20-some years? No, more than that. Yeah. Sure took him a while, huh?
Yeah. I ain't worried about it. I ain't
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here. Hey, Metro Police, come over here, all right? Thanks, buddy. Come on over here. Appreciate your cooperation, okay? I'll stand right here in front of the car. Yep. Nope, we're going to put it down. I know, hang on. Put that down for a second, all right?
You got nothing on you, right?
Hooks. You have anything on you, sir?
No.
Thirsty? Thirsty? Okay, yeah. We'll get you a drink. Hang on, all right? Just want to make sure you got no weapons on you or anything, okay? I'll separate the two, sir. Thank you.
You have anything on you, sir? No. I do. That was okay. Phone and water.
Phone and water.
Perfect. We're gonna put you in the car.
I need to drink some water, man. I'm thirsty.
We'll let you get a drink on now. You just going for a walk or what?
Yeah.
Okay. You do like a morning walk every day, or?
Yeah, good. Stay in shape.
Okay.
We'll get you some water, my man.
Can I get it now?
Yeah, as soon as we get you in the car,
We'll get you in, yeah, once we're in the car, all right? We appreciate it, sir. All right, let's walk over here, sir, okay? You don't worry, your water's gonna come.
Yep, that's him. You're going to see a lot of this guy for the next few weeks of this trial. That is Keffe D in the back of a patrol car minutes after his arrest. Calm, seemingly unbothered, seemingly confident, told the officer he wasn't worried about anything. But who really is Keffe D? To understand the case, you got to understand the man. And yes, to be clear, as we go through this and we go through the allegations and the evidence, as we do each and every day of this trial, he is innocent unless proven guilty. But there's a lot to consider here. And I say that because he's been the one telling us who he is for years.
It's just our neighborhood. I mean, you know, it's just a family thing. Grew up, and it's just our culture as you coming up. Yeah.
So
big brothers in and all that shit. I never go through like that.
So no initiation, you was just kind of like born into it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I was there when it formed the day it started, so I didn't have to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Jump in. Oh, we was maybe about 10 years old, 10, 11 years old. I played football at Greater Compton, and his dad, uncles was our coaches. He was overweight, so he kind of had to play with us. You know, because I'm like a year or two older than him, so he had to play with those guys that was a little older than him.
Yeah, so Keffe D, Suge Knight, they went way back. They were apparently football teammates as kids. But in 1996, that relationship would have its biggest shakeup yet.
On the night of September 7th of 1996, Tupac Shakur, along with Suge Knight and members of their entourage, which include members of Mob Piru, came to Vegas to attend the Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Members of the Southside Compton Crips, which included Duane Davis, along with his nephew Orlando Anderson, were also in attendance at the same event. As both were leaving the fight, members of Death Row Records spotted Orlando Anderson near an elevator bank inside the MGM, and at that time they began to kick and punch him near that elevator bank. I will now show you hotel security footage, as many of you have already seen, related to this incident. And on this incident, you will see Tupac Shakur, who's wearing a shiny satiny shirt, along with Marion Suge Knight, who's a large man in a brown suit, punching and kicking Orlando Anderson. Following this incident, you'll see hotel security intervene, and then they will leave the area of the fight. Little did anyone know that it is this incident right here that would ultimately lead to the retaliatory shooting and death of Tupac Shakur. And then that's when Duane Davis began to devise a plan to obtain a firearm and retaliate against Suge Knight and Mr. Shakur for what occurred inside the hotel against Mr. Anderson. After Davis obtained a gun, he entered into a white Cadillac along with Terrence Brown, DeAndre Smith, and Orlando Anderson. Based on our investigation, this is where we know they were seated. At some point in time, as they were in the white Cadillac, Mr. Davis took the gun that he had obtained and provided it to the passengers in the rear seat of the vehicle. As they were driving west on Flamingo Road near Koval, they located the black BMW, which was driven by Suge Knight, and in the passenger seat was Tupac Shakur. And as they turned around, they pulled up near the passenger side of that vehicle and immediately began shooting. Duane Davis was the shot caller for this group of individuals that committed this crime, and he orchestrated the plan that was carried out.
So the police may have had a theory here, but it was Keffe D himself who allegedly provided the evidence that they needed. Interviews, his own book, his own words.
I got in the car with the homies, yeah, and we ran into them. We went up to the light on Sunset and Flamingo, and dude was acting like he was in a parade or something. And that BMW hanging out the window, hey, this Tupac, he's Tupac. And then he was hollering for him. And we let that go. It came up on the side of him. Looked like he was reaching, yeah, it looked like he was ready to bust. We was the first ones.
Yeah.
Luckiest one, I guess. Hit that corner, gave a little chase, boom, boom, boom. Got the busing, we bust back. And jumped up out that motherfucker Cadillac, put the gun on the tire, got the on.
Let me break this down a little bit, okay? In that interview with Urban City, he appears to admit that he was there. But here's what the defense is expected to argue, that in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, which prosecutors expected to build much of their case around, or part of their case around, Keffe D apparently wrote that he was in the car, that he provided the gun, but his lawyers have argued that this book was fictionalized, that it was exaggerated, all in an effort to make money, and that it's not clear which portions Davis actually wrote. Now, Davis himself recently told a Las Vegas station that a ghostwriter wrote the book, that he never read it. But the judges ruled that he adopted those statements as his own, regardless of who wrote every portion. Davis also allegedly said that he didn't pull the trigger. In fact, he has pointed the finger at his own nephew, Orlando Anderson. Remember that name? It's going to come up a lot during this trial, Orlando Anderson. And Orlando Anderson died in 1998. Now, does it matter? Here's what police say.
Well, under Nevada law, and this is the law in most states in this country, you can be charged with a crime whether you're directly involved or whether you're an aider and abetter. If you help somebody commit a crime, you can be equally as guilty. That is one of the theories in this case as well.
So what happened after the shooting? Keffe D seemingly explained it this way.
Sure, yeah. He the only one knew me. He told them people that. He told the police that Keffe D nephew.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he didn't tell like who it was.
Yeah, hell no. That dude, day one, he said that Keffe D nephew.
Huh.
He sicked the police on us the first day.
Suge Knight, the only other apparent living witness to this shooting, allegedly told police Keffe D's name that same night. But Knight has made it clear he does not want to testify. He apparently told ABC News last week that getting on the witness stand is, quote, worse than taking a gun and shooting that man in the head. He said his loyalty to Tupac can never be compromised and that he is not going to be responsible for sending another man to prison for the rest of his life. Knight, by the way, is currently serving a 28-year prison sentence in California for an unrelated fatal hit-and-run case.
48 people would have went to jail.
Yeah.
All their kids would have been affected, their wives. People would have lost their homes, all that. I really saved their lives home.
Yeah.
They gave me a deal I couldn't refuse.
So according to prosecutors, this case lay dormant for nearly 3 decades. But then Davis reportedly began talking. Interviews, the book, and it was those words, according to law enforcement, according to authorities, that gave them the evidence that they needed. Retired LAPD detective Greg Kading, who apparently interviewed Davis in 2008 and 2009, said that Davis, quote, put himself squarely in the middle of the conspiracy. He said that Davis acquired the gun, gave the gun to the shooter, and was present in the vehicle when they hunted down and located both Tupac and Suge Knight. And while awaiting trial, Davis was released on a $750,000 bond. The money allegedly came from a music manager named Cash Jones, also known as Whack 100.
How long have you had that business?
Roughly 8 years, maybe.
And again, you used the proceeds from that business and you provided us with the documents showing that those amounts were taken from your business account. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How do you know Mr. Davis, sir?
I know him through passing. I know his son. I know him. We sat down and talked a few times. In general, about personal things. I think he was having this bout with cancer, and personal things, industry stuff. Just regular conversation. He's always been a monumental guy in our community. Conversation. So, and I've helped several people in our community, whether it was funerals, whether it was for bail. In this situation, I know his cancer has been, I don't know if it's come out of remission or they're speaking with his son. I know he's having an issue in there, so I'll let you help it in.
The other thing you say in the letter that Mr. Arnold provided to us is that the money is a gift and Mr. Davis is not obligated to repay. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. Do you have any contract between you and Mr. Davis?
Not as of yet.
Okay. Do you have any financial agreement with Mr. Davis?
Not as of yet.
Yeah, prosecutors grilled WAC 100 about this so-called gift. And at this court hearing, Keffe D himself took the stand.
Mr. Davis, you heard the conversation between your wife and you while you were in custody?
Yes, sir.
And when did that conversation happen?
This happened, I think the day of my birthday, June 14th.
At that point, was the bond posted?
No, sir.
What was the reason that your wife came down to have that discussion with you in regards to Mr. Jones and the cash bond?
She said, I'm not signing no papers with anything wrong like that.
And when she said that she didn't like him, who was she referring to?
Cass Jones. Because her family has problems with it. I don't have problems. She was like, how can I sell out? That's what she said. And I was just telling her to throw her the fuck off, get her off my back. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look like no wolf for her or her family, you know? I don't sell out.
Let me ask the question. Did you think at that time in the bond process that your wife's signature was necessary for you to be released?
Yes, sir.
And so in the effort to convince her to go ahead and get her signature, what did you tell her in regards to Mr. Jones?
I said, he don't have nobody like that to put up. It's Jewish people, it's nothing, just so she can sign a fucking bond and leave that as is. She said I was a sellout. They play the whole tape.
Okay, did you come to find out that you did not need her signature to enter into the bond process?
Found out just following Wednesday we came up and see.
And so any conversation that you had with your wife at that time was in an effort just to get her to comply with the bond process?
That's right. I wanted to come home because I got cancer. I just called it back. In here eating y'all processed food. I had colon cancer right here. And it's now that you move to this side, behind this processed food here. They don't sell no fruit. It's just terrible. Fake potatoes, fake milk, fake everything. It ain't good for an ex-cancer patient. I'm in a life situation and I would say anything to save my life.
It's probably going to be a problem for the defense. And look, from everything that you heard, how controversial this is with this, money apparently being fraudulent in Keffe D's own statements. In the end, the bond was eventually denied and Keffe D ended up back in jail. And then you have the jail calls. And if I had to take a guess, if this comes into evidence, that the prosecution would paint the picture that this man is allegedly violent and calculating.
Man, there's a lot of me with the spray on my eyes because put me on my back. I got it. So, I don't know what you know, man. Yeah. I got it. He should be, big bro, you my big bro. I got it. I'll just let you know you cannot you little man. You cannot.
I hate that you in this predicament. They don't give a old as hell.
Man, I can have the one on. I'm big key. That's all I can tell you. And I do dirty. You know what I'm saying? I get dirty, dude.
I'm ready to go up in there and start whooping some.
He only hit me one time, dog. That's why I was able to find his ass.
I'll be so crafty. I had the doors unlocked and all that. And they done popped my door. As soon as I made it come out, I whooped that. I wanted to go up in there. No, I'm just saying. Any I got a problem with my problems, they can fight me.
I ain't worried about that, dog. Come on, man.
Fuck me and the writer.
The main thing is me beating the case, yo.
Let me tell you what somebody told me about your attorney.
Look.
He is not, he's careless. He don't know how to file paperwork or nothing.
Yeah,
That's what Bruce said. He said that. Well, I don't even know how he got that far.
Yeah, Pumpkins who said, ooh, he's a piece. He mad about the jumper, dude.
What do you call it? Called him a dumpster truck.
Pumpkins who mad about the jumper. He said he did
He said that he said that, yeah, he got 65 years, bro.
He said he did Superman bad. That's the worst he's ever seen in his life.
Man, he got 65 years, bro.
Yeah, that's what he said. Pumpkin suit is mad about that. The whole place down there mad at him on that.
Yeah, I think he sending people off.
Yeah,
and here you go with your dumb signing off with.
So here's a question. What exactly is the defense here, right? Well, Keffe D's defense seems to be built around two things. Number one, he didn't pull the trigger. Number two, he's been cooperating with police for years and that he believed his statements were protected. On top of the fact that later on, it seems to be suggesting, as we mentioned, that it was exaggerations for money. The prosecutors countered. The prosecutors argue that he opened the door when he started talking publicly. So those statements aren't protected.
What the jail call actually says is, Mr. Jones says, we need to get some episodes in before you go to trial. We need to get 10 episodes done before you go to trial. And let's be honest, I mean, the only reason why Mr. Davis is of note at all is because of his self-proclaimed role in the murder of Tupac Shakur. That is his notoriety.
This legal process has been quite long, and Keffe D, by all accounts, has fought a lot, has fought so many steps of this. And you think about it, one way he did it, trying to get evidence thrown out entirely from this trial. Because in one key hearing, his lawyers tried to get evidence from his home thrown out, arguing that police embellished the urgency of it. The judge, not buying it.
When I look at the fact that this is a homicide investigation, there is the anticipated presence of the suspect with a prior violent felony and firearm history, as well as a steel door being present, which is not something common that officers necessarily encourage. The officer and public safety concerns do exist. The defendant's omission arguments do not establish a showing of intentional or reckless misconduct required under Franks versus Delaware. They also don't show that the inclusion of the omitted facts would have defeated the good cause finding. The warrant was executed pursuant to judicial authorization. There's no showing of bad faith, and so suppression is not warranted here. The motion is denied.
And in April of 2025, while awaiting trial for murder, Keffe D was found guilty of battery by a prisoner.
Have the jurors reached a verdict?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have the verdict? Thank you. Court will now read the verdict out loud.
District Court, Clark County, Nevada. The State of Nevada Plaintiff versus Duane Keith Davis Defendant. Case number C25389079-2, Department 4. Verdict. We, the jury in the above entitled case, find the defendant, Duane Davis, as follows. Count 1, battery by prisoner. Guilty of battery by prisoner. We, the jury in the above entitled case, find the defendant, Duane Davis, as follows. Count 2, challenge to fight. Guilty of challenge to fight. Dated this 9th day, April 2025, signed by Ronnie Medina, foreperson. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is this your verdict as read? So say you one, so say you all.
Yes.
Yes. All right, thank you.
By the way, I think that's significant because if Keffe D were to take the stand in his murder trial, sometimes a prior conviction could be used against you. Okay, just a separate thought. Now, I will tell you, in a strategic move ahead of trial, Keffe D told the judge he wants her, not the jury, to decide his sentence if he's convicted. It's a gamble. And his lawyers, by the way, have also reportedly tried to subpoena Sean Diddy Combs to testify, not to confirm the allegation, but to deny it, all in an attempt to prove that Keffe D is a storyteller whose alleged confessions were basically just storytelling, were just performances.
Mr. Davis, my understanding is that
Mr. Stampt has made you aware that you have the right to have the jury sentence you if they come back on a first-degree murder verdict, and you have decided to waive that right. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what that means is when I am talking to the jurors, I'm not going to tell them what the potential penalties are for first-degree murder. Additionally, I'm not going to ask them if they can abide by those penalties and come up with a sentencing agreement or sentencing decision. And then at the end of the day, if that is the verdict, it would be me sentencing you on that as well as the enhancement. Is that your understanding of everything that would happen given this waiver? So in general, the defense would have, the jury would be able to sentence you on the first-degree murder portion. That carries either 20 years to life, or 20 to 50 years, 20 to life, or life without the possibility of parole. In any case, if there's an enhancement, and in this case there are two enhancements, there's both the gang enhancement as well as the deadly weapon enhancement, that is left up to the judge. In this case, if it's a first-degree murder, that has to be an equal and consecutive 20 to life sentence or life without the possibility, 20 to 50 sentence, 20 to life, or life without the possibility of parole. So that would be up to the judge sentencing, no matter what the jury found.
And here we are, nearly 30 years after Tupac Shakur was gunned down on the Las Vegas Strip, the first criminal trial in one of the most famous unsolved murders in American history. It is happening. Prosecutors are not alleging that Duane Keffe D. Davis pulled the trigger, but they are arguing that under Nevada law, they don't have to. They will try to prove that he was the shot caller, that he was the one who orchestrated this attack, that he supplied the weapon. Now, Keffe D. has pleaded not guilty. He is innocent unless proven guilty. But if he is convicted, he faces life in prison without parole. And we're going to be covering this every second. We're going to be following every moment of this trial, streaming the entire trial on our Law&Crime's Trials channel. So stay with us there. And we plan to do daily recaps on Sidebar as well. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you should get your podcasts. You can also check us out on NBC's Peacock as well. If you want to follow me, X, Instagram, my News Nation show, Jesse Weber Live, Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. See you next time, everybody.